So this is Orford Castle, and I'm here at about, I don't know, 8:30, and it opens at 10. So I guess I won't be going in, but maybe I can go up to the mound, take a look around. There's my bike that brought me here, and just take some pictures and say I've been here. Anybody home? Knock, knock. A lovely view. All the way out there to the water. I guess the whole point of having a castle for defense is to have a lovely view, so you can see if somebody's gonna be storming your castle. I went back to the village to see if I could kill some time. The cafe was also closed, but I looked around, found some pretty flowers, and then I went over to the church. So this is the big church in Orford. St. Bartholomew's. It's kind of huge. Really, it is. Orford Castle was built between 1165 and 1173 by Henry II to show this region that he was the king. It used to be much bigger with other buildings and a wall around it. After Henry II's death, it was not a royal castle and passed through many owners, some of which wanted to tear it down, but it was saved as a historic monument. So this is Orford Castle, and this is the main room, I guess. Okay, this is said to be the kitchen. Talk about spooky and dark. And who cooked in here? I mean, really? Seriously? Holy crapola. Oh, there's a little, oh my God. This is the latrine. Hey, spooky. Very, very spooky. So this was Thomas Becket's land, and Henry II confiscated it. So this is what's called the upper chamber, and apparently there's a kitchen up here too, and it's kind of like the lower one. Yeah, it's pretty much exactly like the lower one. Okay, so here I am on the top. And that was quite the walk. This is Trammer House at Sutton. It was bought in 1926 by Edith and Frank Pretty. Frank died in 1934, and then what Edith did after he died is such a story. A book was written, and a 2021 Netflix movie was made from the book. Some of the movie was even true, but not all. What Edith did was to employ Basil Brown, an amateur archaeologist, to dig up the mounds that were on her property. These mounds were thought to be graves, and in the 1600s had been looted, but not much more was known about them. He excavated the large mound and found the impression of a ship. As they continued, they found other items and determined them to be Anglo-Saxon from about the 7th century, probably the burial of an Anglo-Saxon king. There was an inquest about the ownership of these finds, and the court awarded them to Mrs. Pretty. She donated them to the British Museum. This was the walk from the house to the field with the burial mounds. I have no idea what the teepee-shaped structure was, but some kids seemed to think it was pretty fun. The property is now owned by the National Trust. There's the grounds of about 255 acres, walking trails, the house, an exhibition hall, and a cafe and gift shop. I went to see the house after I visited the mounds. I learned that they will not be digging up any more of the mounds. Archaeologists now have more advanced techniques where they don't have to dig. So here are the mounds, and they are. There's mounds out there. And some of them have been excavated. Now this is a really good view of the mounds and the house back there. 21 steps to the top of the viewing tower. These are some of the 7th century Anglo-Saxon artifacts that were found at the site. They are now in the British Museum in London. These items show a high level of craftsmanship and art, and that the area was trading widely, as some materials come from thousands of miles away. This is the inside of Tranmere House. There are displays and some furnishings of the period. There were volunteer guides there when I visited, and they were very friendly and knowledgeable about the house. Only the first floor was open to the public. This is a full-size recreation of the ship skeleton that was found in one of the mounds. It was outside the exhibition hall, well, actually outside the cafe and gift shop, but the exhibition hall focused on Anglo-Saxons and their life in the 7th century. It was small but good, and again there were friendly volunteers eager to answer questions. That was a very full day. I found my room in the pub in Woodbridge. Then I found another pub that was still serving Sunday roast. I even had company for my dinner.